Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So from today's video we are going to start with the pointer, and we will be discussing in depth about pointer arithmetic and different uses of pointer in different data structure or whatever. Okay, and just a second. Okay, so what I was talking about the pointer. Okay, so we will be discussing about different uses of pointer also. And we'll be making some small videos and covering the whole syllabus a pointer within some small videos. At the end we'll be doing previous year questions of knockout which have already came in previous years from the organizers. Okay, so don't worry, we'll be covering each and everything which is needed. Now let's jump to the thing from where we are taking the reference. Okay, so this is the GFG platform from where I am taking the reference, as everything is explained in detail here and very beautifully it is explained. Obviously the credit goes to the writer of this article, and thanks for delivering this type of article to us, which is very helpful. Okay, so now uh, before starting with the pointer, let's at first read the what they are like talking about in definition. So here it is written, you can see a pointer is a variable that stores the memory address of another variable. Means generally in if we are writing a variable like here, if I write int a, generally here we store a value, right? But you cannot store the memory or address of this value directly in that variable. For that reason we need pointer. So just a second. Okay, now let's reread the thing. A pointer is a variable that stores the memory address basically. Okay, not the value, the memory address. It stores the memory address of another variable. Okay, now instead of holding a direct value, what I have told you that it do not hold the direct value, it holds the address where the value is stored in the memory. There are two important operators, we'll be discussing about it, but before that let's understand it. Okay, let me open Excalibur, and as a beginner you should like understand it properly. Okay, let's say we have a variable, or let's say in memory we have a space. Okay, inside this space, let's say uh, just a second, a value is stored. Okay, mm, okay, now I think it will be working fine. Okay, now so let's say 70 is stored in that box of memory. Okay, this is a block of memory, and this is stored in a location. So let's say this is 0x something 1234. Okay, or let's simplify it, let's say it is stored in 2000 memory location. So pointer is doing what? If we are declaring a variable, let's say if we are declaring a variable int a, here we can directly store the value 70. But what if we want to store that memory address as a reference of that value? So in that case we have to declare a pointer like that, int star, let's say ptr, whatever the variable name, it doesn't matter. You have to attach a star before it, and you have to store the address using the address operator. Okay, so now what will be the output of this? Like if we are printing a, then the output will be 70. If we are printing star ptr, then the output will be 70. But if we are printing ptr, then the value will be printed is 2000. Okay, mainly star we are attaching. If I go to the article, you can see here two types of things are there. Okay, like there are two important operators that we will use in pointers concept, that is differenci dereferencing operator, which is star, used to declare pointer variable, obviously we have declared the pointer variable using dereferencing operator, as you can see here, this star. And why it is used? It is used to declare a pointer variable and access the value stored in the address. Okay, access the value. Why access the value? I have told you that if we are printing star ptr, then 70 will be printed, and if we are just printing ptr, then the address of that variable means 2000, where this like a variable's value is stored, will be printed. Okay, so they have told it that a dereferencing operator, which is star, used to declare pointer variable and access the value stored in the address. Okay, address operator means address, you can see, used to return the address of a variable or to access the address of a variable to a pointer. Okay, so here you can see, as I have written, that this is the address operator. Okay, this is actually and a means address of a. Okay, uh, if you remember, whenever we use scanf, inside it, whenever we are storing some value, we store it in inside address of some variable. Okay, address operator we use there also. So using this address operator, we are storing the address of the variable inside some other variable which is pointer, but we have to like specify it using the star operator or dereferencing operator, that we are storing a address. Okay, uh, what I have told, I am repeating, that we are storing the address of some variable inside another variable. Okay, in our case, the variable where we are storing the address is ptr, and the variable whose address we are storing is a. So for storing address of some variable in another variable, we have to somehow tell the compiler or like computer that we are storing some address in that ptr variable. So for that we are using dereferencing operator, which is star, that it should store address. Star, whenever we are giving star before that variable name, it means this variable holds an address or reference to another variable. Okay, so that is the thing. If I write a simple program, here you can see this is int a, and if we further write that int star ptr, okay, int star ptr equal to what we are storing, address of a. Now you can have a question that why int? Because this pointer, okay, this pointer is pointing to a integer type of variable. Okay, we are storing the address of what, a, and a is what, a integer type of variable, or a is actually storing a integer type of variable. That's why the type of the pointer is int. Okay, it means whenever we are storing address of some variable in a and in other variable as a pointer, like other variable is obviously represented as a pointer type, and its like type will be int. Okay, not exactly int. Why int? Because the address of which variable means address of a variable. Okay, address of which variable we are storing is also storing a value integer. Okay, or its type is integer. That's why we are storing, or whenever we are pointing to the address of that variable a, the type will be int. Okay, what does it this line means in if I give you a summary, that this pointer variable is pointing to a integer value. Okay, that's the thing. Now if we print the printf, let's say percentage d, normally we are let's say printing a. Okay, now let's run it. It will normally print the value of a. Okay, let's remove it, this is unnecessary. Okay, now this will simply print the value of a. Okay, now what if we try to print the value of that variable, only ptr, without star? So what will happen? Let's print f and percentage d and let's say ptr. Let's see what will happen. Okay, let's run it. You can see some problem occurs, but now if we like change it to star p, then run it, then you can see the proper, like if I give an let me give a slash n to understand that this is printing in the next line the address, actual address. Okay, now you can see this. Okay, this is the actual address of a variable where the value 10 is stored. Okay, so using only ptr we are printing the address of that variable a, whose address we are storing in that ptr pointer. Okay, now for that the format specifier is percentage p, remember it. This will not be percentage d. Okay, now after that let's try to print star p. Okay, printf, I have told you already that star p is representing the value stored inside that address, means ptr is holding the address and star ptr means the value inside that address it is like pointing to. Okay, so definitely the value will be a integer type like int. Okay, so percentage d, and now if we print star ptr you will see it should print uh, let me give a slash in, it should print cap 10. Okay, now you can see everything is correct. Okay, so that is the thing. So we have today in this video we have covered the basics of pointer. Also you although you have learned so many things if you are a beginner. Okay, so in summary, what is a pointer? Pointer is a variable, type of variable which is storing the address of some other variable. Okay, a pointer is a variable that stores memory address of another variable. Okay, instead of holding a direct value it holds the address. Okay, fine, where the value is stored in memory. There are two important operators in pointer, which is star operator, which is also called dereferencing operator, using which we are like telling the compiler or computer that this is a pointer type of variable. Okay, and it should hold a address, or it should hold address of some other variable. Okay, using dereferencing operator attaching before the variable ptr as an example, in our example we are telling the compiler or the computer that it will or it should store the address of other variable. Okay, so and another thing is address operator, using which we are retrieving the address of a variable. In our case the variable is a. Okay, so that is the thing. Now here is some like examples are given which I have shown you from in the next video. Oh, another thing is address is always in hexadecimal format. You have seen in our program also that's that the address is in 0x77 something. Okay, so that is the thing. And another thing is if we are print means the type, the type of the pointer, or whatever, like the type we are writing before the pointer is coming from the type of the variable we are storing the address of which. Okay, so like in our case a is a, or a is holding a integer type of value. Okay, so that's, and its address is stored in the pointer, that's why the type of the pointer is also int. So that is the thing. Another important thing more is that if we are printing star ptr, then the format specifier will be simply star percentage d, because this star ptr is pointing to the like the value, or like it is actually representing the value stored in the address which is stored in the ptr variable. Okay, the ptr is storing the address of other variable. In our case this is a, and a is simply storing the value. So star ptr and a is giving the same value. You can do experiments with this and explore more, but in next video we will be discussing about other things also. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.